I wanted to pop in and explain a little bit about the project that my mom and I are going to start taking on. So currently we're in our craft room. It's a good sized room that we've just stored all of the things that we work on. My mom really enjoys a lot of crafts, and so do I, and over the years we've collected a lot of different materials, and anyone who crafts knows it's difficult to get rid of materials, especially if you feel like you could use them again in the future. They're not cheap, and if you have it, you might as well keep it, to a certain degree, obviously. But we've really done my mom's done a really good job of whittling down the materials that we have and the crafts that we have, and to really just what it is that we use. What are the things that we're still interested in? What are things that we could see ourselves using again in the future? But the other half of that is that we've gone through and we've stored things, but we've never really been too happy with the way that we've stored things. We've done the best that we can, but but it's kind of just a jumble of different shelving units, drawers, and some of the items we have are a very interesting shape, so they don't really fit in all that many places. So because of that, we've decided to just build custom shelves and cubbies to fit what it is that we have and fit it well, and really create a room that fits all the needs that we want from it. So this room, we want it to be a craft room, place that we can store all of our crafts in a really aesthetically pleasing way. And then also this room is gonna double as our YouTube studio. My mom also has a YouTube channel herself, so both of us like to film videos. We're always filming around the house, and for the people who live in the house with us, it can be a bit annoying because they're not able to like walk through the living room or the kitchen without us filming, and they don't really want to be on camera. So this room is a great option for us to be able to sit down and film and just go, and it's a bit secluded from the house. It's in like the bottom corner, so it's much more quiet. When the dogs are barking at the UPS truck that's coming in, you can't hear them nearly as well. We can be as loud as we want, and we can film all day long, and we're not really bothering other people. So because of that, it's an ideal location. There's also windows everywhere. We've got good lighting, which is great. So we're gonna turn this into a very cozy room where my mom and I both can film videos. We can go and like read a book. We can watch YouTube videos. We can relax. We can craft. We can just kind of do all the things that we want to use this room for. We just haven't been able to do because we haven't successfully executed the storage and aesthetic of it. So I'll show you guys a little tour of what it looks like right now, and then I'll turn this into a little video of how we do this. All right, so when you walk in, this is the room. It's a nice little quaint size. We just moved my old apartment couch in here, which I think works great. It's a nice place to sit because this is the one wall that doesn't have any windows. This will end up being the backdrop for all of our filming. Got nice windows, nice lighting, but as you can see, it's kind of just a cluster of storage. We have like a shelving unit here, a shelving unit there, different kinds of drawers and bits and bobs, and we've got like a sewing machine, a Cricut machine, which those things are larger and they're difficult to store. We've also got a lot of the Cricut papers, which are larger than a regular piece of paper, so how do we store those? And most of these things, like as you can see, our shelving units aren't even deep enough to hold the bins. Same thing as over there. We really want to create a space where all of these things can be stored, they have a home, and that home is also kind of closed off to the eye. I would like to have everything being enclosed in a drawer or in a cabinet or in a bin, in a cubby, just something so that then when we walk in, everything that you see here will still be in the room and accessible because we use the majority of these things on a regular basis. We want to be able to have those things available, but not have it look so cluttered, which I think it's impossible to have so many little bits and bobs open to the eye without it looking cluttered. Even if we were to clean and put everything back on a shelf, the fact that the shelves are open, I think it's just impossible to not look cluttered. So we're going to be removing all of this stuff right here, and we're gonna build an entire countertop that goes across here and into that little corner, and then underneath the countertop will be a mixture of drawers, cubbies with bins, and then cabinets too, so we can store everything that we need, and we'll take stock of everything that we have, measure the oddball items, and make sure that those have a home. My mom really would like a worktop space that is specifically for the Cricut, that she can pull out, set it out, and work on it. So I think that the countertop is gonna maybe form a little L, and that's what this is gonna be. This whole thing will be storage, except for this very center part. we're gonna leave an opening to set a stool because we're gonna bring down my mom's Mac. So we have a monitor when my mom teaches her online fitness courses, or if we're on Zoom calls, we have somewhere where we can sit and we can have that set up, but we'll also have lots of workspace on the side and on the side. And then we'll be keeping this desk here. This is a standing desk and it is perfect for larger projects that you need to spread out. So we wanna keep this here, but kind of just clear out all of this and have this be more level and not as high up. So it just kind of looks a bit more put together. Everything will have a place, everything will be kind of hidden. Up in this corner, we're thinking about putting some corner shelves to do a little bit more storage for the smaller things, also kind of put something onto the wall since it's a lot of white. This back wall here, we're gonna be turning into our YouTube backdrop. So this shelf will be gone. We're thinking of doing some type of wooden shelving here to store crystals. We'll hang some plants, maybe put some artwork up, something to fill in that space. So those are the general ideas, general plans. We've kind of just been sitting here chatting about what it is we need from the room, what it is we'd like to see, what we wish we had in here. I've got a list and I took some pictures of the spaces. I'm gonna see what I can do in like Photoshop and in Procreate and see if I can draw out an idea of sorts, so that my mom and I can visualize it together. It's one of the tricky parts about working on a project with someone is that they also have to see what it is you're envisioning and you have to see what they're envisioning as well. Most times I'm just building a project for myself and it's easy peasy because I know what I'm thinking in my brain, but being able to show that to someone else and be on the same page is a bit trickier. So I'm gonna see if I can find a way to make this a visual aspect, but we'll see. I'm just gonna kind of spend the rest of the day working on those plans. My mom and I are gonna go through all of the craft stuff in here, take an inventory list, measure out the big things. So we have that list this week. I'm going to Denver later on in the week, so I'm gonna come back from Denver, go get materials, and we'll start building.